but we were happy to see the broadening out of the market when it came to innovation. Love that. We have big plans. We said it.
Hey guys, welcome back to Everyday Finance. In this video, Cathie would discuss about crypto. Cathie says, still I think of it as an executive appointment, and now we've got the court saying, okay, the SEC is overstepping its bounds, and we've got the legislative branch. This will become an election year issue. Crypto coming through with bipartisan support. Interestingly, not perfect, but we have Democrats and Republicans together on these bills, coming through bills around stable coins and market structure and so forth. This is a new asset class, and this is what we need to happen. It's what happened, believe it or not, with derivatives, and there were court cases around derivatives that went to the Supreme Court. And we do believe Coinbase's suit with the SEC or the SEC suit against Coinbase will go on appeal to the Supreme Court ultimately. And lots of things Cathie would discuss, so please watch the video to end and like, share, subscribe our channel, Everyday Finance. Thanks.
Okay, so in terms of regulation, what has been happening is the SEC has been really ruling by enforcement actions. And that's not a very healthy way of doing this. So what is happening now is the judicial system and the legislative system are coming into play. That's what's great about the American system. You have the three branches of government, and of course, Gary Gensler was appointed by the president, had to be approved by the Senate, but still, I think of it as an executive appointment. And now we've got the court saying, okay, the SEC is overstepping its bounds. And we've got the legislative branch. This will become an election year issue, crypto, coming through with bipartisan support, interestingly. Not perfect, but we have Democrats and Republicans together on these bills, coming through, bills around stable coins and market structure and so forth. This is a new asset class. And this is what we need to happen. It's what happened, believe it or not, with derivatives. And there were court cases around derivatives that went to the Supreme Court. And we do believe Coinbase's suit with the SEC, or the SEC's suit against Coinbase, will go on appeal to the Supreme Court ultimately. So I think the judicial system, legislative system will balance this executive branch ruling by enforcement, which is not healthy for us. We're losing a lot of innovators to other countries. And that's unfortunate because the US DNA is all about innovation. And when you think about crypto, and we should call it the internet financial system, let's call it that instead of DeFi or decentralized finance. DeFi sounds defiant. But if we use better semantics like internet financial system, what that is telling us is the internet was built out without that financial system. Nobody knew commerce or financial services were going to take place on the internet. In fact, no one would put their credit card on the internet, if you'll remember. Now, of course, that is not true. And so this is the layer of the internet that the engineers skipped in the early days, and now we're just introducing it. And it's going to collapse the cost of financial transactions. If you look at financial transactions today, to go from merchant to consumer, there are 7 intermediate steps. All of those are toll takers. And this could collapse to peer-to-peer or just one intermediary, like a digital wallet, like Cash App, for example. But it's going to take a lot of costs out of the system, which is what technology does.
Right. Final question, Cathie. How do you think about your future and the future of Ark and your company? What are your plans? Do you think along those lines?
Oh, sure. We're very excited about the future. We do think there's a pendulum shift brewing back from passive or benchmark sensitive, and to us, there's not much difference between those two, to truly active management. And I think we began to see it in the first half before interest rates lifted here again. And we do think interest rates are going to come down because we think deflation is the bigger risk, not inflation out there. But we were happy to see the broadening out of the market when it came to innovation. Love that. We have big plans. We said it when we started ARK, we want to own innovation. That sounded very bold. And in the public markets, if you think about it, when people think about disruptive innovation, they do think about ARK. Now we're moving into the private markets with a venture fund, which we started late last year. We're democratizing venture capital. That's what our clients have been asking us to do. And so you'll find ARK Venture on the Titan app. So we are moving, we not only have a social media and a social marketing strategy, but now a social distribution strategy. You can buy ARK Venture on the Titan app, and we're getting access to deals, to company opportunities that many institutions and foundations are not getting. And that's because of our go-to-market strategy and the desire of many venture capitalists to participate in this democratization movement, because it helps their companies. It gives them more visibility, and it helps them attract more talent. So really excited about that. And then in the crypto world, we have a number of strategies brewing, and very excited about how they will scale, especially as regulation evolves and gives institutions more certainty that this new asset class, which is very little correlation to other asset classes, has a place in their portfolios. So venture, crypto, but we think the low-hanging fruit is in the public markets as we move back from passive towards active, as disruptive innovation disrupts the traditional world order. And the closing comment here, Andy, is we believe that truly disruptive innovation is valued in the public and private equity markets at roughly $15 trillion today. We think that's going to scale to $200 trillion by 2030. So that's almost a 40% compound annual rate of return for the innovations themselves. And it is our jobs to pick our spots and give our clients exposure to some of the most amazing opportunities in innovation history. If anything, their competitive advantages are growing. You've noticed that GM and Ford have signed on to Tesla's charging station. They need that infrastructure. And that has increased our confidence, the fact that GM and Ford and others are signing on to this charging platform tells us that these companies understand that the world is shifting from the internal combustion engine, which still is roughly 90% of auto sales out there, to electric vehicles. Well, Tesla does not have to transition. It is there. It has that DNA already. And then even more important from a valuation point of view, we believe Tesla is the closest auto company and closest tech company to a fully commercialized national autonomous taxi platform. I know it sounds crazy, but if you are a Tesla driver and you have gotten the latest FSD, so full self-driving update in the beta, you will see a marked difference because of the breakthroughs in artificial intelligence that Tesla is using today in order to move towards full self-driving.